All right, everybody. Today is December 4th, 2024. It is a Wednesday. I am Mickey Mao. I am joined here today by KerMixAlot, who is talking in the group. I'll get him in here in a moment. All right, so I'm joined today by KerMixAlot. Why don't you say hey?
Oh, I've been talking to him. Hey
I
guys.
know. Just for the stream
Hello,
people.
hello.
Today we're going to be talking about hidden divergences using the PAR, our in-house indicator. You can gain access to our in-house indicator. You can try it for 30 days. If you go to www.cartoonmoneyprinters.com, click the Start Now button, join the Whoop, connect your Discord and your trading view, and it all onboards simply from there. We do accept crypto, and we are offering a deal on lifetime memberships, half off until the end of the year. So it's started Black Friday, before Black Friday, and we're gonna run it until the end of the year. 50% off, pretty good. Let's see here. What other housekeeping things do we have to do? We got some things in the works. Astronaut Toad, who may or may not be in chat right now, he's going to be doing a webinar. So it's going to be in-house, which is going to be a complete overview on trading. I'm gonna have to schedule that out with him, but he's going to be doing that in-house. And so I highly recommend that you guys join, and we can try to get you access to the whole entire thing, because I think it's going to take about 2 months to finish the whole entire program. So I'll think about doing stuff on the back end for that to see if free access can be offered for that. But right now you have 30 days free access to try us out and see what you think. I think that's it. KerMixAlot, how you doing, man?
Right. I'm great. Having a great day. I wanted to go over hidden bullish divergences today because we are in such a strong uptrending market, and a big complaint for a lot of people, especially when it's kind of going parabolic, is it's too late to enter. I can't get in. So I'm gonna go over that now. Let me just send a screenshot over to Discord here, and then I'm gonna go over Tia and one more, and then I'm gonna take the request. So far, AR, Orty, Tia, Popcat. Go ahead and put maybe like 1 or 2 coins a person in the chat, and I'll just get to them in order. So here, give me. All right. Okay, so that was Tia,
Wow.
and that was.
Your audio
I'm
just
doing how you guys
crashed,
can
I think.
do high time frame
Can you hear
and
me?
look for these. And
Kermit.
I will. Maybe I'll go on ETH and look for a hidden bullish divergence on a higher time frame. And if I can't find one, I want to find them in the last few days when the market's been really strong with alts. So
We're having some technical difficulties. Bear with me. All right.
everybody else can hear me.
So we had a chat cell phone malfunction. Okay. Sorry about that.
All right. Well, I learned my lesson. I'm not going to send a text or from my phone because my phone thought I was trying to get in. Anyway, here we are. Let's go over Tia. And we're looking at the scalp time frame.
There we go. Yeah, all's fine. Not anymore. All right. Are we all good? Hampu, you can hear us?
Okay. So I'm going to focus right now on the scalp ribbon. I have two separate styles. This one right here is where the yellow is a ribbon with the 3 and the 9 minute time frame. And the red is the 1 and 2 hour. And this orange line coming through here is the daily. Okay. Daily will not usually affect my scalp trades, but it could affect a swing trade. So right now the 1 and 2 is coming down, and as you can see, T is trying to bounce, but it's going to need to reclaim a little bit for for me to feel confident about maybe taking a long on Tia. But anyway, let's look at the hidden bullish divergence. So with that, if a coin is moving strong, right, like it's kind of doing right here, and I see one right here. So basically, it's where price will make a dip, and then it will make another dip higher than the last low. But the indicator, and I'm focusing on the yellow ribbon right now, will be lower than the previous one. Okay, so this really helps you figure out how to get in when something's moving quite strong. Okay, so here's an example right here. Let me get the trend line. Okay, so T is moving strong. You're like, I don't know when to get in. Okay, so you see how it makes a dip down, right? And then it makes a dip down, but this dip is higher than the last. It's a higher low, but the indicator went lower. So here to here. And all you have to do is you're noticing that this is dipping lower. You see the red 1 and 2 hour, it's trending upward, okay? And then you wait for confirmation of the 3 and the 9. You can use 3 and 6, 3 and 5. You can use whatever you want, but with scalp, you want the 2 time frames to definitely be below 15 minutes, preferably under 10. On the bottom one with the rainbow here, I'm going to be using 3 and 6, and with the one on top, I'm going to be using 3 and 9. Okay, so this is it right here. This is a glaring hidden bullish divergence, and so you got and then there's other markers here too. You have a doji right on top of the wide CPR. This is a wide daily CPR. And I know that from comparing it. See, this is a narrow CPR, and this is a wide one. This is just giving me a level. Doesn't mean that you go ahead and just long when you see a bounce there, but you have confluence with a hidden bullish div and a doji and a break of that doji, and this is obvious. I'm on the 15-minute. This is obviously a reversal pattern on candles. Okay, you can look that. It's a 3 inside up right there. Well, technically, it's just a common reversal. And inside up, this candle would have to be higher than the red one, but it's still nonetheless bullish in every respect. So, what's nice about the hidden bullish divergence is this coin's been in an uptrend. This gives you a opportunity to climb on board, and you get in right here at this candle and you put a low just under this wick and you are good to go. And I just want to see what that gave you, even from the top of this candle. If you entered at the very top, right, which most of us would consider not such a great entry, and that went up here, and we finally got a reversal pattern right here. It's kind of a 3 inside down right off of this pivot, and that was a good 8.5% move in very little time. I think that was about 20 bars. No, 36 bars. So it's about six hours. So that's nice. The other one I want to look at was DOT. Now let me get through these two, and then I'll start getting to the coins that you guys are looking at. All right, DOT. All right, so here was really where it really started to go. So if you guys have the pivots up, please try to find these narrow CPRs. You're 90% of the time, 90% of the time when you see that, it's predicting a nice trend move is coming. Now, it doesn't always tell you which way it's going to go, but this was a bullish setup right here. The narrow CPR at the top part of the previous CPR, and we also have a hidden bullish divergence
Can
right
you
here.
show them the forming CPR? Can you scroll to the current time,
Sure.
and then show them the. So our indicator here actually shows a forming one. There's three
Right here.
dots. Yeah, yeah. So it'll
Three lines.
as price gets to the end of the CPR range that you have designated, be it a day or whatever. You'll see that it's trying to predict where the next CPR is going to be. Um, so
I'll
if
show them how to get that up.
Yeah, if you could also do it like a candle by candle, where you have a play, like the replay that we do, where you put the chart all the way to the right. No, you can go ahead and keep that halfway because you're going to be using that as the block.
All right. Tell me what you
Uh,
want me to do to
go
make
back,
it easier.
go back to the hidden bear div that you were just at.
Hidden bull div.
Hidden bull div. I'm sorry. Yeah,
All right. That's gonna be way back here.
yeah, and go all the way back. Keep going. Drag that whole page.
Keep going.
Yeah, yeah, where you drew those lines.
I didn't try. No, this is a different coin. That
Oh,
was
okay.
back on Tia.
Okay, do it like you're in replay mode. So don't look at price action, and then does that make sense?
Well, no, but this. I'm just trying to show them bullish divergences right now. I'm not trying to do a live back testing right
I
now.
know, but I'm like if we can train them on what to look for as price is coming in, I feel like that's like a major hurdle for new traders using the system. So it'd be like the forming of the bull div and what would make you enter, as opposed to looking at old price data, and then that's easy for anybody to look back and be like,
It's gonna take too long to find them. I'm looking for them right now.
okay,
Yeah, so I can do that, at another time. But right now, I'm just trying to draw them out what they look like.
okay, that's fine.
Yeah. All right. So with dot, right. Okay. Here's a good example. Yeah. That's the thing. I don't know where they're gonna, because it could be, I could be sitting there tapping it for like 10 minutes and not find one. But yeah, here, right here, you had a low touch, and then here is higher. And if you're looking at the scalp ribbon, you have the ribbon here, and then where it touched down here. This is lower than the indicator was over here. So again, this is another hidden bullish divergence. And from there, it just was all up. So one good thing, if you're in a strong, if it's in a strong move and you get that hidden bullish div, you're typically going to experience hardly any drawdown. And you could put your low, you could put your stop loss just below swing low with a little bit of a cushion, and you're typically going to be, awesome with it. You're going to just go. So with dot, I just want to see what what that gave you. Get the ruler, and again, let's say we took this 3 inside up, and again, let's say we got the top of the candle, right? And typically people would think buying the top of the candle is not good at all. But in this case, it was just amazing. And you got a 16% move on that. All right, so again, I'm going to focus on the last couple days, and I'm going to go what I wrote down at first. Let's look at AR. Now, Mickey, do you want to bring the person in that requested AR so they can ask a question or two? It's up to you. I'm totally fine with it. I definitely don't mind
Who
the
requested
conversation.
I'm looking at chat. I don't see it.
It was up. Sparks.
That was
Right today at 9:01. Right here, Sparks. And then RJ RJ requested Popcat and Orty, and ICA Chainlink. Actually, he's first.
All right,
And since
Sparks, go ahead and accept the invite to speak. If you want to speak, you don't have to. You can just chat with us, and then we'll do AR, and then we'll rotate people in and out from there.
Yeah. All right. So Mickey, you can. If he's not going to talk, can you just tell me what he's asking? And I'm looking at AR right now.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So what I want you guys to know is I'm going to probably, let me shut off the pivots for the time being. Or at least the daily one. Okay. So I'm going to focus where it was a really strong trend. And where you thought maybe you wouldn't have a chance to get in. All right. So I see one right here. Okay. All right. So right here, AR is really starting to move. Now this is fine-tuned, so I'm going to open it up a little bit. It's really starting to move, and you're like, oh, I missed it, right? It's doing all this. You're like, oh, I missed it. So right here, let's see here. Want to make sure this is lower. No, that's not. That's technically, yeah. Okay, this is kind of a strange one, but it works. All right, so you see the peak down. You go up. You put your trend line there, right there, and now you see. I'll show you down. Okay, here you go. Right. And it had a little bounce off of the golden pocket on the 15-minute. All right, so there is a higher high, or a higher low, sorry. And let me show you where the bullish divergence, it's slight, right? But as soon as it goes below it, and it prints like that V, that's good to go. So that is a hidden bullish divergence. And again, even if you bought the top of that green candle, it just went straight up. And this is going to be the common theme over and over and over. Once the coin is really strong and you want to try to get the first or second hidden bullish divergence that occurs, if you're starting to get on like the third and the fourth, you might be a little bit late to the party. But any questions on that? All right, so the indicator, it swooped lower than it did before, right? The 1 and the 2 is still coming up nicely, so that gives you confidence that you're trading in the right direction. You're going in the direction of the higher time frame trend, and boom, it bounced off of this. I mean, as soon as it broke that, you could have got in, or like I said, even if you bought the top of that candle, you're fine. All right. Kind of wanted to know. Oh, right now? Well, the price made a lower. It swung lower than the previous. So, if this price turned right here, then that would be a hidden bullish divergence. But it's technically not right now. So this is kind of in no man's land, honestly, and this might just continue to range. The 1 and the 2 looks like it's trying to turn, right? But by the time the 1 and 2 turns, the scalp ribbon's going to be way up here, overbought. And do I want to take a trade when my scalp ribbon is overbought? No. So this looks like we're going to have to wait a while for me if I was going to enter it. But you technically have a bull div, a regular bull div on the 1 and 2. So this could be okay. I'll point that one out, and I'm going to use a red line. So here's the 1 and the 2, right? That is up slightly, and let me change that to red. Okay, and then price made lower low. All right, and it is bouncing off a 15-minute time frame. So I think it's going to bounce around a little bit, but for a longer term play, this could work. The only concern is that the daily RSI is starting to come down. All right, so that's my thought on it right now. It's not super clear to me, so I wouldn't trade it. But that's what I see.
Man, those guys at Benter miss you.
It's so funny. All right, so let's do Link. I definitely wanted to do that one, and ICA was requesting that. And again, if you have any questions that come up even after I'm done, I can circle back with it. It's fine. All right, so Link. What?
Yeah, Captain Nero says he feels sorry for you.
Oh. Yeah, it was a rough one. Anyway, let's focus on this right now. All right, so Link. All right, so not really a strong trending day today. It's just kind of been chopping around and ranging. Let me see what the CPR showed us today. Oh, look at that. Wide CPR. So, should have expected it, honestly. All right. Here we go. Here's a strong trending day. And we also had a extremely narrow CPR. All right, guys, so check this out. You have a weekly CPR here and a daily narrow CPR right above it. So this 3 inside up, climbing straight back above that CPR was a really good buy signal. And we got a hidden bullish divergence right at that same spot. So this right here was beautiful. Let me take a look at the trend. All right, so price came down, but it was still higher than previous price. All right, put the line there. And let me show you on the scalp indicator. All right, so right here, boom, that's pretty low. You're like, oh, wow, I don't think that's going to get low again. And now look at, boom, I came this was absolutely gorgeous.
And just to be clear and informative to everybody, what makes that the scalp settings on the CMP par is the lower time frames that he's got on there. So he's got the 3 minute, the 9 minute, 60, 120, and then the daily at 1440. As opposed to his long-term ribbon, which is got higher time frames.
Yeah. So this is my CMP. This is my scalp settings. And white and yellow lines with the yellow ribbon in between, 3 and 9 minute. And then just simply the pink and the burgundy with 60 and 120. That's simple 1 and 2 hour. And like I said earlier, the orange is the 1440. That's the 24 hour. That's the daily. So anyway, back to here. So hidden bullish divergence. Okay, the 1 and 2, it's still trending up, as you can clearly see, and it didn't touch the top of the weekly pivot, the CPR. It got damn close. And it flipped the narrow CPR. So this is all hands on deck right here. Again, if you bought the top of that candle, and these are all day trades, all right? The scalp ribbon is gonna work on day trades for me. But they can turn into much more, of course, as you know. So let's see what we got.
One thing found with, I'm sorry to interrupt, one thing I found with a lot of scalp plays is that when you're scalping, you will have the opportunity, because you're playing so many scalp plays, to get into a really good position on the swing.
Oh, yeah. Well, one of my favorite sayings is every swing started as a scalp.
Yeah, that's so true. Very true.
So, from that hidden bullish divergence, even buying the top of that candle, which a lot of people would go, oh, it's a crappy entry. You got a 40% move in the same freaking day. So, 4x, even just at 10x, whatever money you put in, you made 4 times your money on that. So that's it's pretty cool. All right, so any ICA, you got any questions on that? And then if not, moving along. What do we got next here?
If any of you guys want to speak, go ahead and raise your hand.
All right, so the next one, RJ was requesting Popcat and Orty. I'll focus on Orty, and then I'll do one of each person, and then if there's a little bit extra time, then I can get in. Let me do Orty. Orty's been in the chat today too, so today wasn't such a great day on it, but let's take a look here. Orty. All right, Orty. So basically, I'm just looking to where it was trending strong, okay? And that would be this area, right? We would all agree, this area right here. All right, so now, here we go. All right, here's...
BTC just crossed the all-time high.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
If I didn't get stopped out, let me see. Yes. Okay. Going strong. So my ultimate TP for this swing on Bitcoin is 106,859. All right. Good. Keep going.
Yeah, I think we're hitting 100K right now. Every time we're on stream. What the fuck?
Every time, guys. Whenever I do it's especially the Wednesday one, right?
Yeah.
Every time I do my Wednesday live, the market goes nuts.
It's been like since the election.
Yeah. Wednesday nights. We should just set our watch by it. All right, so here. Woohoo! All right, good.
Captain Nero can hear you. He's excited.
He can hear me?
Yeah, he's watching the stream.
Oh, he's in. Oh.
Well, he's watching the stream on Twitter, I think.
Oh, okay, all right. I was gonna say, all right. So check this out, guys. Price dip stat. You want to look for the dips. You look for the V's, for the bounces, for the wicks. Right. So dip down, came up. Right. So we're not interested in any of this because the indicator is just climbing up higher and higher. Right. So right here, it comes down. You want to look for a good move down, a good consolidation. And right here, the indicator, the scalp ribbon, made a lower point from back here. And the 1 and the 2 is in an uptrend, is it not? Right? So, again, if you took it on the next candle at the very top, let's get the measure tool out. Boom. All right, you had a 13.7% move, pretty much straight up. Okay, now it's not always going to be like that. Yesterday was an extremely bullish day for the alts, but you can look and see on dominance too if there's a divergence as well. But again, if you took the top of this candle, and what this candle did, it was a bullish engulfing, and it also reclaimed the bottom of the monthly CPR. You see the dash line? That's a monthly CPR, and the weekly is 100K. It's there. I just got the MEXC notification. All right. When we should just always put an order in before the stream.
I don't know, dude. I think it wanted to get the 100K. This is history. Now let's see where it goes from here.
Let's see. How's Souls? It's doing all right. Yeah. I mean, Bitcoin's definitely taken the torch here. All right. Any questions on which one was that? Ordi? Mm-hmm. And then we did AR. Let's do Radium next. Radium. Any? Let me see. Who's after Radium? Ray. Oh, and then Render. Okay, Ray and Render. All right, so let's get Ray up. It's getting volatile, huh? All right, Ray. So, no strong uptrend here, so I want to avoid that. And
does anybody know Satoshi's wallet and how many Bitcoin he has in there? Because I wonder like how many billions of dollars that wallet's worth right now.
oh man. All right, so put Mickey's answer to Mickey's question in the chat if you know. All right, Ray. Okay, so when they're really choppy like this, these are the good ones to really look for the hidden bullish divergences, and I'll show you on Ray right now. Okay, I can kind of once you start going through these, and feel free to hit me up anytime. If I'm on my computer, we can get in the workroom together, and you can show me where you're spotting them. You can ask me. We can do stuff together. That's the whole idea here. But here is okay. Here's one, Ray. So here to there. Okay. And then you got the scalp ribbon right here. It was actually right here to here. Okay. All right. So there you go. So you're riding along. It's trending. It's trending. Like, oh man, I can't get an entry, right? And it comes up. It bounced right off the bottom of the CPR, right? And then it comes down and taps the VWAP, right? And at that moment, when that closed, that created the hidden bullish divergence. Yes, the confirmation would be on this candle here. And again, if you bought the top of that candle, you're
wait till the dump day. Hampu.
What's he saying?
He says wait till dump day.
Oh, that's funny. All right, so what's the percentage here on Radium? Top of the candle, and keep in mind, I'm doing it from the worst entry possible. And let's say you waited for this bearish engulfing and got the bottom of that. It's still almost a 5% move on Radium. And then what was the other one? Render.
Uh-oh. Are the kids getting in trouble?
Yeah, you heard that?
A little bit. I heard yelling from my mom.
Yes. My son is hopping out of bed, and he's supposed to be getting in the.
That's because he knows that we got 100K on Bitcoin. How could you rest like this?
He's definitely excited. All right, Render. Whew, wow, this is Chop City. Wow, this would not be a fun one to trade. But let's look at where it starts really. So all you want to do is when something's really starting to go and you're starting to feel that FOMO and it's really moving, that's a good time to wait for these setups, right? Because you want to FOMO, but I mean, if you are going to, you want to make it calculated and you want to have a good reason for getting in. So right here, okay, with Render, right, we had a double bottom off of the yearly. The yellow is the yearly, and the blue is the quarterly. So this area right here is really strong support.
102.
Still going? Am I going to get my 106 tonight? What? Oh, this is amazing.
I got such a massive Bitcoin boner.
It's hard to focus right now. Woohoo! Anyway, all right. So the green box here, that's in between the quarterly pivot and the yearly pivot. Double bottom tapped, and actually, there's a hidden bullish div here, but I want to make sure that we're doing it after it's already. All right, so it's starting to go. It's starting to go. Okay, so this is not a hidden bullish because the price went lower, but it still had a good reaction. And if you notice, the CPR right here is razor thin. All right, so you had a 3 inside up, and you had a divergence gap. So I mean, this was a signal. This was a long signal, but it wasn't a hidden bullish divergence. Let me show you what the signal was. Let's see here. So you see that space that it opened up right in here, right? That's a divergence gap. That's when the scalp ribbon goes way oversold, right? While the 1 and 2 hour is still holding and trending upward, right? And it gets way away from the 1 and the 2, so it's going to want to come back to it. So it's really hard to focus right now. This is really
I know,
exciting.
right?
So anyway, that was definitely a buy signal. You had the V down here on the rainbow scalp. I can show you those settings later. And again a 3 inside up over the narrow CPR, and that just blasted. But all right, let's say we missed this. All right, can we get back in? All right, so
I love
that's
your
not a
alarms. Your alarms, you've got like maximum alarms. Just
who me?
yeah,
Oh yeah.
you should clear that shit.
I'll get to it later. All right, let's see.
This is peak euphoria.
Yeah, we're getting there. But you know what's funny? A lot of the coins are still red, but
It's because
BCH is doing well.
it's sucking all the air out of the room.
Yeah, it is.
I
I
degen
don't
scalp.
really.
I did a really small position. I mean, not scalped. I degen shorted.
All right, so render didn't have a very clear hidden bullish divergence. Okay, so it's not always gonna happen. But it did have a long signal, but it's not what we're going over tonight. So I can't show the example on render, at least not on that part. Here's another trendy part. Let's see if this gives us anything. Okay, it actually does. Okay, it's but when the price is really way higher, don't go thinking that you're gonna be getting a big score. Okay, so there, price came down and dipped. It's a little consolidation and a turn. That's all it is. And here's the hidden bullish divergence here. Right? So price went up, indicator went down, and it made a little W there. W's and B's are what you want to look for. Plus, you had the divergence gap right here. Big gap created with the scalp getting way too far away from the 1 and 2 hour, and then it's going to want to rebalance, and it's going to want to come back to it. Think of it as like a sine and cosine. It's going to be
Few things I want to point out. Can you mention where you're pulling the lines from to make these divergences? Because that's a huge factor in them, as well as the difference between a par gap and a divergence gap. Those are two different things that we mention a lot. If you wouldn't mind going into
Sure. I don't mind at all. Okay, so I'm looking for peaks and valleys on the scalp, right? So we already know renders in a strong trend. We wanna long it, but we wanna make sure we're getting in at the right moment. Okay. So you want to wait for a little bit of a consolidation. So here was a peak or a valley on the 3-9, the scalp ribbon. Okay, so I'm just noticing that, right, when the trades are happening, um, and then I'm looking for when the indicator will go below this. But I want the 1 and 2. I want it to not be screaming downward at the moment, and it's staying right up here in the overbought territory. A divergence gap is when the lower time frame ribbon, the 3-9, diverges way away from the 60-120. Okay, that's a divergence gap right here. Now, a par gap, I'm gonna have to look for one. And now this is on the scalp. I'm gonna go down. Par gaps are gonna be easier to see on the rainbow one. These are all low time frames. It's 3, 6, 12, 15, 24, 30, 36. This is all pinned in the par indicator channel. You can always ask me later. This is not perfect because a really, really nice par gap is when all the lines come way into oversold and then they start to curl upward, right? So let me just draw what I'm looking at. Okay, so here's all the lines. Here, let me put the, all right? So they're all coming down, they're coming down, they're coming down, right? Now the little 3 popped up there, right? But most of the lines are still coming down, so you don't want to go yet. You don't want to go yet. And as soon as the ribbon on a hole starts to turn right here, that's where you want to get in, and that would be right here on this bullish engulfing candle right here. And that would have been a really nice grab, and price just went right up after that. So let me just kind of give you a visual. It created a big gap, right, where there was no lines and the ribbon did not exist. So it's going to want to come back and rebalance. So it kind of came out of balance here, and it's going to want to come back and rebalance. And then, you know, you put your stop below here. You could have TP'd when it hit this monthly pivot and just ride the rest up. But that's a par gap. Over here is a divergence gap. Right, so let's see. Render. Don't hear you, but I hear the music. Alright, what else we got? Everybody's just focusing on Bitcoin right now.
Mm-hmm.
Now ETH is probably going to surge. Oh man, all the Telegram channels, all the Signal channels, everybody's just going nuts right now.
Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, there goes my Exodus, right? Nexi. Yeah, banners are going nuts right now. Let's see. SEI. Let's take a look at that. And then I'm almost done. It's getting on an hour here.
MySpace Tom. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Oh yeah.
He said "Go Trump," by the way.
That's funny. All right, Psy. You said it's a narrow weekly. Let me take a look here. Now, oh yeah, wow, that is really narrow. Holy shit! It's like a tenth of a penny wide.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's already, as you can see, guys, and it was also a narrow daily too. Let me go to the 1 hour if we're gonna focus on that. It's already given the reaction that it predicted from the maybe next live we can focus on weekly CPRs. That'd be kind of nice. All right, so yeah, super narrow daily, weekly CPR, and we just bounced off the quarterly pivot. If this makes a 3 inside up, that's probably good to go. You also have kind of a par gap on that right here. What are you laughing?
Oh,
There you
Pickles is like, I degen shorted 100K. She's like such a degen. I love it.
Let me take a look here. Bear with me, guys. I just gotta look at my trades real quick. Alright. Don't click on theater on my phone.
Click close all.
Oh, I did. It's not open. Alright, so this is a par gap. Right? So Psy looks like a good opportunity right now. Well, it was here, right? This is where the par gap started to turn up. So 0.655 was your entry. Let's see where you already got 3% out of that. If you're scalping and you get 3% in 3 15-minute candles and you don't trim, I mean, I would have already trimmed on that. I mean, that's a good move. But it's looking pretty bullish. You got a bullish CPR setup, and you have a narrow CPR here. And this right here is really good support, and it proved a bounce off of it. It just may not be the best entry scalp-wise. But if this yellow comes back down, this could be a good play. I'm going to keep my eye on Psy.
Soul, no. Oh, no, I have a position soul.
What happened?
Oh, somebody's Solana is mooning right now.
Oh, is it? Oh, good. All right. I had my stop at 222. They never took me. It got really close. It got to like 223.80 on my exchange. All right, so Psy, let me see if there's a hidden bullish div. So we want to go to where it was trending. Here we go. There's a nice trending move. And look at that. Another narrow CPR. Wherever you see trends, you're going to see a narrow CPR pretty much 90% of the time. All right. So it's coming up. Okay, here. All right, here is one. It's not the greatest, but price dipped and turned right off of the CPR, right? And then price comes down and hits the 15-minute golden pocket right here. And the indicator, the scalp ribbon, here's your low here, but then it made a lower peak here. And as soon as this popped back up and the 9 started to go up, you could get in. So you could have gotten in there, or you could have gotten in right here. And that was at 6725. Let's see what that gave. All right, 4.5% from that hidden bull div. Now the reason this kind of stopped right there is because you had the 1 and the 2. It was starting to kind of turn down. So the reason that you got a decent scalp on this is because you had the divergence gap, right, and the hidden bull div, and all it did was coming back to kind of retest, and then from there it was a short, and then it came down scalp wise. And so Soul is mooning. We party tonight. All right. Okay, that's it. That's it for the hidden bullish divs. Any questions now? Put it in the chat. Later, put it in crypto chat. And the main thing that I'm looking to accomplish is that people are starting to be able to see this as the trade is moving. Maybe another time we can do where we're doing the playback and then start to notice them too. So I'd like to do that. But now that everybody knows what they are, then we can do it on playback mode at another time. All right, so 3 minutes. I'll open it for questions. I don't have to cut it off right at 10. I am going to... I'm going to TP one of my positions on Bitcoin. Just to
Oh,
be a
look
little
at
bit safe.
why don't you look at Public Square?
Oh,
PSQH.
sure. All right. What's the
We should also
ticker?
look at PSQH.
That's Public Square, right? Or what's the ticker on Public Square?
That's it. The PSQH.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought. All right. All right, guys. This is a stock. Yeah, no chance. Oh, yeah, actually there is. Okay. All right, check this out. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit. Let me get rid of the pivots.
Clean it up a lot.
Yeah, just get rid of some of the pivots here.
And then bring it back to the hourly, or maybe even the 4 hour.
Why the 15s? For hidden bull divs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I see one right here. I mean, this is beautiful. All right, here we go. All right, so it's hard to see the price because it wasn't really wow, there's like hardly any volume. All of a sudden, it's just.
And I called this. I called this price Monday. I bought like 100 shares of it, and it fucking mooned on me overnight.
What made you?
It's
look
Public
at this?
Square. Full disclosure. I not only do I own shares in there, but we advertise there. So
Oh, that's right.
They are essentially the conservative version of they're trying to be the conservative version of Amazon. So it's a public marketplace that's got right-leaning morals and stuff like that. So I really like what they do, the work that they do. Michael Seifert is the owner. He's been on Tim Pool several times. He's sponsored a few Tim Pool episodes and events. So I really like the business and the people running it.
Well, I think if I think right now, if companies are kind of like conservative leaning, Trump friendly, Elon friendly, I think this is going to be a good year for them.
Advertiser money is going to be flowing in that direction because with the popular vote, they're going to try to chase that.
Is it true they're going to be replacing the host on The View to more conservative?
They say that. Like, what's more conservative to that? To that perspective. You know what I mean? Like,
tell you, it doesn't take much. That's for sure.
Yeah, more conservative.
Anyway,
they're just gonna duplicate Liz Cheney and put her in all 5 seats.
All right, here you go. Here's your hidden bull div on Public Square. All right. So you wake up on Tuesday morning and this thing went from $2 and it opened at $4.85. Right, so you doubled your money overnight as soon as the market opened. Right, and you're like, damn it! I mean, well, Mickey got it, right? But if I was looking at it after Mickey got it, and I woke up Tuesday morning, and I like, oh damn it, I missed it. Well, I'm gonna take note at where the low point was on the scalp. All right, the daily RSI is coming off the bottom, so that's a really good sign. And the 1 and 2 is trending up. It was already trending up while price was kind of coming down, so that was already diverging. And you could have even taken this trade on Monday with a divergence gap and everything else I just mentioned. But let's say you missed it. You wake up Tuesday morning, you get in, and you're like, oh man, I want this thing, right? So you wait, you let it come down, right? And you wait for the scalp to come below, right? And now I'm on the 15-minute. Let me go to the 5, so you get a little bit different perspective, right? Because stocks are only open 6.5 hours, so you could 5 is a pretty popular time frame on stocks, where crypto is 24 hours. Okay, so right here you have a bullish hammer, right? And then the next one was a bullish engulfing, also a 3 inside up right here. And you got the low point here, right? You're not going to get in at the low point because it could keep going lower. So you got to wait for the turn, and that is on the bullish engulfing. And again, let's say you bought the top of that candle right here, right? Your stop is going to be below the swing low, which it never did. It kind of came back and tickled it a little bit, like near the low, but it never broke it. And you have a nice, just 100% move in a day. The next day, it was up 100%. So there you go. And that's how you can use. So hidden bullish divergences are really good when something is strong, and you just want to get that continuation entry in. You missed it. You want to get it, and I think we've noticed today that every entry using that is pretty much price never even. It was never even drawback or drawdown. All right, so you guys are still in. Ask me some questions. Mickey, are you laughing at banter?
Yeah, it's a Habibi party. No, it's our chat. Humphrey's
Oh, okay.
like, it's a Habibi party.
This is exciting. Wow. 102,484.
Yep. That's awesome.
So here's my trade setup that I posted. I don't know why I cut it off at 103, but I'll definitely be TPing around there. But I really want
probably
my
had a
106.
level. I mean,
what's that?
You had a level there probably.
Yeah. I gotta turn everything back on again.
I just went to my YouTube subscription channel, and every single like crypto trader is like live right now.
Wow. All right, guys, I'm about ready to TP a little bit more here. Well, that's close enough. Just take a little bit off. 4%. Some alts are starting to come. Come with it.
Oh, I'm gonna come.
I'm gonna come.
Let's see here. The last bull run on McBitty here.
Oh, Pickle says she's getting her panties wet, so.
Oh, really? What?
In the chat, yeah. We were talking about Link going to 100 or something. So funny. We're all gonna come. Damn straight. My son will have to wait till the morning. I'll let him know. Jasmine. So Jasmine was strong. It was. Remember, I was saying it's the only green coin. That fucker's up 6.7% now. Wow, look at that. All right, here we got a. Okay, so here's an example. Hidden bull div right here. Right? on Jasmine. Right here also, and it's funny, on the hidden bull divs, you're going to see the divergence gaps form a lot too. Now, right here, you had the 1 and 2 kind of going sideways, right? So if you took this trade, right, let's say you took this trade, let me get the ruler. All right, so almost 6% move immediately. I mean, that was within like 90 minutes. If you didn't trim some off of that, and it's your fault if you round trip. But it did come back. So let's say you took half out. You might have gotten stopped out here. But this was a regular bull div. So even if it stopped you out, you can get right back in because that is a nice regular bull div. Price came lower, indicator, and I mean, this is really, really low. So you know that a low is most likely 99% chance it's going to be higher. So you definitely, when you see this, you definitely get ready for your reentry, and then boom.
Yeah.
And then that went straight up.
We should definitely think about doing one of these with bear dibs and stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, I was just focusing on bull.
It's kind of hard to find the bear divs in this market.
Right. And if you did, they're probably gonna get invalid. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You gotta put everything into context, right? And that's why it's good to have a group. You're like everybody. I mean, obviously we were all very bullish, except for
Here we go.
Blockchain.
Wow. 104.
All right. Well, I guess we're just gonna have a Bitcoin watch party right now. Marketcap.com. Just put up. This is insane. You want to get everybody so they can talk? Or
why don't we end the room and just go down a channel? Let's end the room and go down a channel.
All right. Go to.
Should we keep the stream going? The live stream?
No, you can stop the recording, but
all right,
I'm
everybody.
Happy,
thanks for joining us. We're gonna end the stream here, and then just probably take this to the members side only. So, if you want to join us, you can get 30 days free by going to www.cartoonmoneyprinters.com. You'll have full access to all of our suite of indicators. I think we have 6 or 7 of them now. Let's see here. Yeah, join now, and you can get Astronauts webinar. That's going to be a fun little ride there for the next couple